It's so good. All right, are you looking for a way to support WHCM and make incredibly awesome at the same time? Great news!
All right, are you looking for a way to support WHCM and make
incredibly awesome at the same time? Great news!
All right, are you?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. It wasn't him. It was the
Stream.
The stream. Yeah, but I think we fixed the audio, so that's good. Okay. Anyways, we're back. Great news! The latest WHCM t-shirts are officially out. You can get yours until this Sunday by donating to the Harper Educational Foundation. These high-quality shirts that normally cost $25 to $35 can... I did not write this word for word. You can get yours for only $21. Not only will you look awesome, but you'll be helping the students, oh my goodness, at WHCM as we celebrate 21 years of being an FM radio station. Don't wait. You can get yours now by going to Harper College WHCM radio donations at linktree/WHCM. Perfect. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you for that.
I've done a costume change if you're watching that. I also had this mask that I got specifically so I could run in the gym because I've done research that this mask is good for the gym because it doesn't collapse. But it also looks like a road mask. So I was all excited.
Yes.
Huge it is.
I have no reference, but it looks great.
Are you drinking your sweat and tears out of it? Yes. Okay. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It does get warm in these studios.
It does. It definitely does.
So dig in.
Yes.
All right.
Should I?
Take it away.
All right. Well, I've got 3 directors. Two kind of pretty popular in mainstream, but I kind of want to highlight some movies of theirs that maybe doesn't get a lot of love. So John Carpenter, most known for Halloween, which Chris, you mentioned last week. I'm sorry to say I do not like it that much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Halloween just didn't hit it for me. That sounded weird. But the best John Carpenter movie, I think, personally, is The Thing. It's from 1982, and it's streaming on Starz, which is on Prime, I think. IMDb said it was on Starz, so I just, yeah. And it stars Kurt Russell. John Carpenter and him are pretty good friends. So, but it's such a great story. It's about an alien coming down to Earth and can take the form of anything. So it's terrifying because the first thing it takes control of is a dog. And it's all realistic effects. It's not CGI because they didn't have it at the time. And it's beautiful grossness, and it's got great lines. It's fantastic. I love it. And it's all in the Antarctic. So I think it's a great movie to curl up under a blanket and just like watch people's arms get ripped off, Ooh.
This is terrible.
Well, I'm
I mean, that's Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's true.
Yes.
That's true.
So that was the big John Carpenter one I wanted to mention. But the other well-known director I'd like to say is Taika Waititi. He recently came up with Thor Ragnarok.
I love that movie.
Fantastic. And he also won an Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay for Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit is incredible, but that's not what I want to talk about because that's not very. It's scary, but not Halloween. Scary.
In a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So, I want to talk about What We Do in the Shadows. Now, not the TV show, but the actual original movie, which is streaming on FX Network, or if you have a Palatine library card, you should stream it on Canopy. Shout out to the library, you know. So-
He knows his resources. I'm impressed.
I know. Why is he better at this than I am?
well,
This is like,
Apparently I have a new host.
yeah. Apparently, I'm getting kicked out.
But like What We Do in the Shadows, it's a horror comedy. I'm a sucker for those. Sometimes I think they're a little scarier than normal.
Yeah, because they lull you in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Shaun of the Dead, amazing.
Edgar
Edgar
Wright.
Wright.
I'm gonna bring up when you're done.
Yeah, are you gonna bring up Last Night in Soho?
Yes.
Knew it. I want to see that this weekend.
I do as well.
Yes. But back to What We Do in the Shadows. I think it's one of Taika's best written movies. Like, JoJo's great. It's a lot more heartfelt, but I think What We Do in the Shadows is hilarious. I think this movie will have you on the ground hysterically laughing. And a little explanation of the plot is it's a mockumentary of them following a film crew following a bunch of vampires. And it's right before some midnight ball. I can't remember what it was called. I should have researched it.
Come on, Deegan.
Yeah, but it's like where a bunch of supernatural creatures get together and kind of have this ball. And it's all about these vampires just living their lives, and Taika kills it, and he's great.
And before you go on to your next director, have you seen Preservation Dogs?
Not yet. I've been wanting to watch it.
So good. We talked about that in
Mhm.
first
Yeah.
show, and it is so good.
Yeah, I want to see it so bad.
Hulu, by the way.
Yeah. And last but not least, of course, there's plenty of fantastic directors out there. But Robert Eggers, whichever way. He's newer. He's kind of recently come up in the film scene. His first big movie was 2015, The Witch, which was Anya Taylor-Joy. Her
Love Anya
first big
Taylor-Joy.
performance, but that's not what I want to talk about. I just thought I would mention that. Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about The Lighthouse. Lighthouse is a black and white film from 2019. It's on Amazon Prime, and it has two brilliant performances. It's really just two characters. It's about Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe stuck on this island where they have to take care of a lighthouse, and then they start going insane. Crazy stuff happens. Maybe a mermaid shows up. Maybe some weird stuff happens. It's just so terrifying. It's Robert Eggers. I think he's one of the masters of mood. Like, he could lure your, I don't know how to say it, but he could put you in this terrifying space.
He knows how to set up the scene.
Yes.
And bring you into
Yes. So like he starts the movie and you're like, oh, something's wrong. This is terrifying. And most of the credit is due to the cinematographer, Jaron Bloschke. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He was nominated for an Oscar for The Lighthouse. Maybe should have won, but 1917 had the better, I feel.
Is that the one with Robert Pattinson? Lighthouse?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
And I just wanted to say that the dialogue is fantastic because it's very old-timey speak, and Willem Dafoe has this great monologue in it where he stands up and he goes, "'Tis Neptune," and he starts yelling at Robert Pattinson. And I like Robert Pattinson getting yelled at. He's the new Batman. I think he needs to be put down a little bit before he becomes this huge man.
Those Batman promos have he has gone in a different direction, which is nice.
Yes,
He's very disheveled.
Yes. And last thing I want to say about The Lighthouse. Willem Dafoe's beard is glorious. Like, the facial hair in that movie is incredible. Like, Grand Budapest Hotel has great facial hair, not gonna lie, but I think Lighthouse takes the Academy Award for best beards.
All right. Good to know. Actually, you've given me inspiration to watch it now. I did start it once, but I just...
You gotta finish it.
I'm in the mood, I think.
Yes.
Certain things are like that.
When I watched it for the first time, it was like very gloomy out, and I was like, ooh, this is kind of the right mood to watch this black and white horror.
Yeah, so when I looked at what you wanted to talk about and saw Robert Eggers with The Witch, which Anna Taylor...
Joy.
Joy. I couldn't remember all three.
Yes.
Yes.
And of course, it reminded me of Last Night in Soho, which is out.
I'm so excited.
And you're right.
Mhm.
He has this trilogy of
The Coronado trilogy, right?
the Coronado trilogy, right, with Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and then
World's End.
World's End.
I love that trilogy. World's End's alright, but Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz make up for it.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're 100% right on that. Because it's Hot Fuzz is awesome, especially having, as I mentioned before, my mom's from England.
Mhm.
So I've been to those quaint English.
Mhm.
And it is like horrifying to go, wait a minute, the butcher is mass murdering.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers, but if you haven't watched it yet, it's on you.
It's from 07, so I think it's,
Hot Fuzz is so good. I mean, Shaun of the Dead is really good too. Remember, most people have seen it.
yeah.
People did, I don't think, appreciate Hot Fuzz as much.
I think people should really check out Edgar Wright's lesser known films like Hot Fuzz and, Scott Pilgrim. Pretty popular, but, I think it needs more love. Like, I'm a huge fan of it. I tried to make my parents watch it. My dad loves it. My mom, not so much. But I think it's, sorry, I kind of went off on,
Well, and it's a good cast. I love those two.
yes.
Mhm.
Before with Truth Seekers.
Yes.
Anyway, anything else that I feel like we've excluded you. Well,
I-
let's see if we can still keep you on the show. Might not,
Oh,
okay,
no.
perfect. Make it good. No pressure.
I mean, I live with this. Like, I hear this every single waking moment. So none
My-
of this is
My
new
life
to
isn't
me.
that interesting. That's why I talk about movies.
I know. I know. Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Do we have any comments on YouTube yet? Anybody chatting with us?
Yeah, we do. We have Jeffrey saying the lighthouse starts out dark and ends up insane.
He is very correct. I very much agree with that.
Uh-oh. Apparently, they cannot hear you on the live stream. Just you.
Just me.
Just you.
Well, my mic's on and I
Chris, YouTube mic is very muted.
Okay.
I have not touched anything.
All right, we'll have to work on these things.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. How do I look, by the way, again, we're going to go into technical workshop here. How do I look on Audition? If you look on the site, and I'm mic 1, where are my levels?
Very high.
Okay, so
Yeah.
good to know, something to work on.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, in case anyone's wondering, I feel like I should shout it now. You're listening to WHCM 1.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a podcast service of Harper College and its board of trustees. The thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its board of trustees. How'd that sound?
Great.
All right, we're gonna play a couple of promos, and we will be right back.
I do not know.
We haven't touched anything.
No. Mike Ox. It's funny to hear you all laughing at nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Musically educated.
All right, now it's my turn to read the is a way to support WHCM and look incredibly awesome at the same time. I've got great news for you. Until this Sunday, October 31st, you can get yours with a donation of only $21. These t-shirts normally go for $25 to $35, but again, you can get yours for only $21. You'll be helping not only you look awesome, but you'll be helping the students at WHCM as we celebrate 21 years of WHCM for being an FM radio station. Don't wait, you can get your t-shirt today by going to the Harper College WHCM radio donations at tinyurl.com/WHCM shirt.
Woo!
And we are back with Streaming Verse with Nina, Chris, and Deegan.
Yeah.
Our guest for today, our first guest on our show.
Yes.
Yes.
I am extremely honored.
You should be.
Yes, you should
You
be.
can tell we've been trying to go for famous people, so.
Yeah.
You know,
We settled.
it's
We
fine
settled
to
for it.
settle for a guy who sits in his room and just watches movies all day.
Well, I think that's what a lot of people, like Simon Pegg, when you were just talking about stuff like that, like I think that's what he did, and now look where he is.
Yeah, is that?
You're a good company.
Yeah, that's what Quentin Tarantino does. Even though he says film school is useless, I disagree.
All right.
So it's time for Gray's Chat.
It's my chance to redeem myself.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
This was an interesting episode. I almost feel like it was a lull. It was almost to a degree, not everything, but
Okay.
it was like the next episode's gonna be better, so we're gonna chill out this time. Is how I felt.
I can see that, but from my standpoint, as an Amelia mega fan and an Addison mega fan and a private practice mega fan, I was like, oh my gosh. There was times I rewinded it just to watch the scene again because when Addison was talking about Jake from private practice, her husband, I was like, oh my gosh, like private practice, I miss it so much. And I loved the connections between both her and Amelia and getting to see them work as like that sister duo that I missed so much. And
You know, honestly, when it was the two of them, the feeling I got, and you're right and I'm right in this situation, was that they're setting something up with that dialogue.
they absolutely are, yeah. Yeah.
So, because Addison's talking about she has to go back,
Mm-hmm.
and we know Amelia wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's going? Who's staying? Like, it was almost like we got the full details before it actually happens.
Right.
Of what's going on in their lives. So that I thought was interesting.
Yes, it definitely, this episode, I was so afraid because I wrote down so much foreshadowing that I thought they were doing. The Weber method, first of all. And I don't know why I wrote this down or why it stuck out to me so the way it did, but when Joe Wilson was walking into the hospital with her baby, she said something about, oh, like the car almost hit her, and she was like, oh, yeah, I'd rather die than, and I was like, oh, she's had close encounters in her past, but not on the show, so I'm like, great, they have to mess with her now.
Well, and again, this isn't a spoiler, and there's a bomb, like there's sometimes an explosion, like it's all in
Yeah.
slow-mos.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And this is jumping to another point, but
Mm-hmm.
we really got into the vets this time. They had a lot with the vets.
We did, yes.
And then with Owen's sister.
I think her name's Megan Hunt.
Megan, yes, that's it. Megan Hunt. I wrote it.
Yes.
And I almost think they were setting that up too for this next episode because that's all PTSD,
Yeah.
and it's on Veterans Day. It's
Oh, right.
and it's Veterans Day.
'Cause there's
So
no
we're
episode
gonna
next
hold
week.
that.
Yes.
So there's no Grace next week, so we'll have a different segment.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm thinking that a lot of that was set up.
Yeah.
One thing I did like that we're seeing more interns, which I've mentioned
Yes.
before. You know, we're going a little bit away from the old school people.
Yes.
And as much as as an actual patient, like if this is
Mhm.
a real hospital, I'm disgusted with the fact that they're all sleeping with each other in these bunk rooms, where they're supposed to be getting sleep.
Right.
With Levi and Nico.
Oh.
passing out. But as the show goes,
Mm-hmm.
good, because we used to see that all the time.
Right. No, exactly.
And they all got old.
Exactly. As much as I love seeing the representation of Levi and Nico, it's such a toxic relationship. It's so toxic, and I'm just like, Levi, get out of it. You're better than that.
And I think Nico's getting better, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's 100% toxic.
It's, yeah.
Yeah, and I was not. I have to say this because I thought it was funny. So the actor who played Roy Davis, who was the veteran who ended up dying from
Yes.
surgery,
Yes.
his name is Michael Bowen. He's actually related to the Carradine family.
Really?
Yeah, he's like stepbrothers or something with them.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he was in the movie Valley Girl, and it's so funny because I'm looking at this guy going, "Who is he? Why does he look familiar?" And I'm like, and he's been in a million other things. Don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
you know, Valley Girl, the '80s, huge movie.
Is that with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage, yeah. Before he got his teeth done, watch it and be scared. Halloween. Yeah, Valley Girl was filmed before Nicolas Cage got his teeth fixed.
Oh.
There's a scene where it looks right into his mouth, and you're like, ah, that's scary.
Was that when he was a Coppola?
Yeah. Yeah. This was going by Nicolas Cage, 'cause I think he had done, what's the movie with Sean Penn?
Oh, bollocks.
American, it's not American, I know it's not that. But
American Graffiti's Harrison
it's
Ford.
not, yeah, it's something
Yeah.
else with, Jackson Brown's song. Anyway, but that, I think, was one of his.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, so he was Tommy from Valley Girl, which is fun. I can't remember, that movie's totally, like, and I still saw it in theaters. I thought it was about the pregnant lady,
Yeah.
and dating someone who she assumed should know she's pregnant and stick around when she didn't even talk about it with her.
Yeah, that was strange. We just got a comment saying,
Fast Times at Ridgemond
Yes,
High.
last time-
He's in the background in
Marie.
one scene.
Marie?
Yeah.
You're awesome. I think that's our Marie.
It is,
My
yeah.
guess, yeah. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, Nicolas Cage was just one of the 3 stoners from the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just need one more, and then we've got.
Oh, stop with the last name jokes. No, I really liked. I can't remember the name of the intern who did it, but when they walked in and they did the superhero pose, it was so cute. And what are you doing? Oh, I saw Amelia do it before because she does the whole, superhero pose. And I was like, that's so cute. And Bailey's talk with Helm, it was, that was like true Grey's.
And that's what was nice too when they had the chat.
Mhm.
This is what's supposed to happen in a teaching hospital. This
Right.
is what it's supposed to be like. It's like, okay, I feel like we're getting back to the roots of Grey
Right.
now, which makes me feel good. So maybe this explosive bomb that's going to happen is going to clean house a little bit. And,
Oh, no.
Now, Meredith will still be in it. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
open it up. That's something I found weird too. Okay, as a single mom,
Mhm.
which Meredith is a single mom.
Mhm.
When we saw her passing ways with, McNabb as I'm
Yes, McNabb.
I'm like, how could she travel without this being a thought of who's watching her kids? I know
Yeah.
it's a million people, but it's like, you've got 3 kids?
Yeah.
How do you just leave? What are your
Uh,
kids?
It's all this has been a theme though throughout the seasons. So many people online are like, where are the kids? Like, what's happening with the kids? Because every couple seasons they just bring them back in for a storyline. They don't really talk about them ever. They're just kind of there when they need them to be there. So I don't know.
Being like that during the pandemic they were huge. They really
Yes.
relied on them. So now I'm like, who's watching your kids? How can you travel back and forth? Like,
Right.
Show me that you're trying to make phone calls to hire a nanny or something.
Right. Like
And they'll be great storylines because all the kids will become dysfunctional because their dad had left and now their mom is left.
right?
And it'll be dysfunction junction. It'll be a great storyline. So
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, it's so they just use them when they need to. It drives me crazy.
it's almost like, why are we having kids if you're not going to keep them in the story? And I understand
Right.
every week you're not going to see them.
Right.
This week we didn't see Teddy.
No.
If we saw Owen, it was in passing. Yeah, we did.
Owen, yeah.
It wasn't about him. It was
No,
about them.
which is shocking. always about Owen. Ugh.
I'm hot in these costumes. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I'm sweating a little bit.
I took off my trench coat a long time ago.
It's going back here. So I don't know if we have anything else for Grace. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
2 weeks. What is going to be supposed to be about? But do you have a comment?
Yes, Marie is saying Zola needs to become a doctor, then Grace can continue.
There you go.
That's yes.
Good point.
Yeah, I've heard that that theory that like
It doesn't need to be Meredith.
it doesn't need to be Meredith. They can take it over to a point where Meredith has Alzheimer's. I can never say it correctly. And she is being taken care of by Zola, who's now a neurosurgeon like her dad. And then the show can continue, but
And has a right to study Parkinson's.
oh, tell him.
I'm never going to let that go.
No. And then Amelia, I think it was in this episode. No, I think it was in last week's, but she was like, "Oh, I wish I could tell Link because it's been his dream to cure Parkinson's." I'm like, when have I ever heard that? Never.
No.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but I figured with the storyline being so big on Megan Hunt, though, that
Yes.
I'm
And Farouk. Oh, no.
A kid that's going to be adopted by Owen that no one's going to see.
Oh, Farouk, yeah, because when he showed up at the wedding, I was like, who is this kid? And it took me so long to figure out that was Megan's kid. Like, that's Farouk.
I know. I had to look her up to remember who she was, honestly. And then she talked about her stomach. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
remember the stomach surgery.
Yes.
Remember that. I'm like, oh yeah, remember she adopted a kid while she was a POW. That's right.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
But it took me a minute, so.
yes.
All right. Yeah, so Grace is going, and it'll be an interesting episode when we talk, but we won't even talk about it until the week after the 18th because it won't happen.
Right.
So we've got 2 weeks to go where, hey, do you want to come on the show? What do you have to talk about? We let
Yeah.
Megan pick what he wanted to talk
I-
about. We're pretty open over here.
Yeah, we are. Message us on Twitter
Yes.
if you have any suggestions or ideas or
Streaming_verse.
yes.
On Twitter is how you can find us. And we are lining up some guests that we're very excited about.
It's very exciting.
So we will have something to talk about regardless if
Mhm.
we don't Brady's for 2 weeks. Yeah, so the next episode is November 11th, and then
Mhm.
of course we'll start talking about it again on November 18th when we're back.
Got it.
So we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back. So stay tuned.
It's. I think Chris is getting her mic
What?
because when she talks, the audio goes up.
I know.
It's just quiet. So, I don't know.
And we are back. We're listening to Streaming Verse with Chris and Nina and our guest DJ today. Now, and I've done something weird to Radio DJ. Oh, I
Uh-oh.
Yay me.
Yay! We're having all kinds of technical issues today.
Well, there's something, and the screen is normally, Radio DJ is normally the full size of the screen, but today it's smaller, and it's because of like the setting on the screen, not the program.
Okay.
So I tried to move it to see something, and all of a sudden everything got small, and it was just kind of creepy. But I'll
Oh,
leave that
no.
to the day crew.
There you go. There you go.
I've got no problem that's a day crew problem,
Yep.
not a night crew problem.
Yep.
Alright, so this was a fun show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Yay!
That was very monotone.
Well, I mean it. I had a great time. I love talking about what I love.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have you on again sometime. You know, we've got holes in the next 2 weeks. We might need to use you.
Would be an honor.
Yeah, to fill in. So
Maybe.
Show. You've been listening to Streaming Verse with Chris and Nina. We are on Thursdays at 7 p.m. We are live on the airwaves, 88.3 FM. We are streaming on HarperRadio.com, and we are also on YouTube, searching Harper Radio. And if you missed the show, if you're just tuning in, you missed it, you're going to be able to find it online on YouTube by searching for Harper Radio.
Yep.
I got nothing. It was a fun show.
Yeah. Despite all of the new technical issues that we're having with the live stream and so many different factors.
Yeah, thanks for everyone who on YouTube did give us some feedback, because
Yeah.
we are going to share this with the engineering group here and our program manager, so that they, if there's anything that they can fix, they will.
Mm-hmm.
We just do not have the technical acumen to address any of it.
No.
We unmuted. That was our big thing.
Yes. That was huge.
We can handle.
That was gigantic for us. We figured it out.
Alright, so come back next week, but always keep it tuned to WHCM, Radio Done Differently, and what's the other one? Harper College Music Machine.
That's it.
Have a great